stocks are going to drop here, and they're going to continue to drop. So you're going to see red, but keep buying as they go down. Keep buying as they go down. And 24, when you're 34, you're going to see a lot more growth than what you would if you would have waited and then buy on the way up.
Now, we had somebody last week was asking a similar question, and they were asking about buying stocks and stuff that paid big dividends. They were picking risky companies because they have a what did they say? They had a high risk tolerance.
Right.
I think it was. My caution to not do that, because when you get older, it gets harder to replace your income. It gets harder to recover from mistakes. The problems that you have become a bigger challenge.
Yeah.
So when you're young like that and you're investing, buy good solid companies. Like we looked at Waste Management, we looked at like Fastenal is another good one. If you look at our portfolio and our monthly stock purchase video, look at some of those stocks that are in there. Get with a financial advisor, check with them, and vet us. Troll us all you want, because this is your money. I mean, you earned it. You need to keep what you earned.
We are not your financial advisors. And when we say high risk,
he says that. I'll say we are.
No. There's some sort of rules here. As far as risk is concerned, risk in dividends is not what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's not what you're talking about either.
I don't buy stocks that are very risky.
High dividend stocks are not the risk I would put my money into. If you're going to be risky and your risk tolerance is high, I say that's when you put your money into companies that are low but could do high, even if they're not a large cap stock. You need to have that portfolio first, but now you could put your money into stocks that are starting out and have the potential to grow and get that growth.
Yeah, do not chase high dividends and like the Mag 7 pillars. Like the stuff you see, unfortunately we're on YouTube, but the stuff that you see on YouTube all the time, be careful with that. That's why I tell you, check the financial advisor, because when I was 24, I was buying risky stocks. And my portfolio, I've made a couple $1 million since then, but my portfolio, and that's like before I started my company, I had to have money to start my company. I don't think I ever made more than $70,000 at any of my jobs, and my wife didn't make anywhere close to what I made. So,
and we didn't make our money off from risky plays.
No,
we made our money off from the safe dividends and growth stocks that, at least in my part, that over time just kept growing and kept paying me.
Yes.
Now, we have made money on risky stocks, but that's not where the bulk of our money came from. And I've lost on risky stocks too.
Yeah, so. And if you check the IRS report, like the census, when they figure out like how much people make, when you look at people who buy risky stocks and day trade and do all these things, you're going to find that 98% of the people lose money, 1% broke even, and 1% actually make money doing that. Now, most of that 1%, those are the pros working for the big banks.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
You can do it. It is possible, but chances are you're going to lose money, and then your tolerance for risk, it goes down.
In your 20s, that's the foundation of your house. Buy the safe ones.
Yep.
Buy the companies that people, that make products that people have to have that are profitable.
Get that first, and then once you have a little bit of extra disposable income, then you can start putting that into some of the riskier stocks and watch it.
Yep. And you also need to keep in mind, too, that when a company pays a dividend, the market cap shrank by that dividend when they pay it.
Yeah.
So that's why we say make sure they have that there, because if they have it, your dividend is going to be safe, and the market's going to crash, and you're just going to be just fine.
And again, now's the time. It's a very good time to start getting into the market.
Very good time. This year, even if you bought today and it drops another 30%.
Who cares?
Yeah, well, I care a little bit.
Well, but. I mean, it sucks to watch that, but you've got runway to just let that ride and keep buying as it goes down.
What Brian just said is he's like, if you give me $1, I'll give you 7 dimes. You'll have 7 things instead of 1. You'll be better because you've got 7.
Yeah, something like that.
So the point is that this is amazing. If you follow along with us and we're still around, hopefully we're still around 20 years from now, you're going to be doing like better than we are. Because we didn't have somebody like us to like social media. We're so old. Social media didn't exist.
And when I was 24, I was putting 20% in my 401k, but I wasn't buying stocks.
I made some pretty interesting mistakes when I did that. But you learn a lot.
But
Just
I'm 10 years older than you, so back then I couldn't. They didn't have a Robinhood or anything.
that's the thing that's changed. When I started buying stocks, I had to go through my the guy at Peninsular. Like I had to, the guy who was mentoring me, I had to go through a broker. Now you can just like put an app on your phone from Moomoo, their affiliate of ours, like Moomoo Finance or Robinhood or something like that, or even Schwab, and like $500, you're done.
Exactly.
I had
And
to
they'll give you money. So if you if you put money into the first investment in like Moomoo, they'll give you money to play around with.
like a drug dealer.
Yeah, here's your first one for free.
The next one's not.
We'll make our money up on the back end transactions that you make.
And that's when they pull up in their fancy car and you walk into their office, got this big chandelier. It's like, oh, yeah,
Thank you for the car.
they really will make their money back. Let's go back to this. So what I've got here and why we're talking about all of these things, like, so just almost to the question that you're asking is this guy here in this article, and this is the article or the video.
It's a good watch if you listen to it.
Yep, there you go. This guy was one of the top traders at a big bank, and he talks about the culture there. And how did you describe it? You said it was like the movies.
Oh yeah, it was like The Big Short mixed with The Wolf of Wall Street, and then whatever the Blackjack movie was, all mixed together. It's like this is this guy's life.
And these guys make a lot of money doing this. He made a lot of money doing this, but that culture is what I want you to pay attention to, because that culture bleeds into social media. It's the market. And there was Robert Downey, Iron Man.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
There's a video floating around of him online somewhere. He actually goes to the trading floor in the 90s, and he's like, these are all hypocritical jackrabbit idiots. Like he could not stand it. Like you look at his face as he's standing on the trade floor, he's like, he couldn't believe it.
Bunch of frat guys trading on the
just greedy, money greedy. But he's not wrong. He was not wrong. Like that is the culture. That is what you're up against.
As long as you're making money, who cares what you do?
And remember, 80% of these guys are buying stocks. And they have lobbyists and big corporations, so they are involved in the very stocks that you are buying. So Keep that in mind when you buy a stock. If you're going to day trade this stuff, you're going to start trading this stuff on, like 6 months or less than a year, so you pay the income rate taxes. You are up against a pack of wolves that is very efficient and very profitable, and has a lot more money and resources than you ever will.